Good morning. Welcome back to Sherry's Fairies. Well, today I'm going to give you a tour of the fairy houses that I've done this summer. And I did a few through the winter. Anyhow, I thought I'd just give you a view of the yard and the fairy houses. Okay, enjoy. Oops. Okay. So if I stand out on the road, this is our trailer and that's our little spot where we sit. And that's our yard. And it's beautiful. It's got grass, a lot of dandelions, but we like to feed the bees. So that's okay. And that's our fire pit. And here's the bench that I did. And it has 3 fairy gardens, 3 fairy houses now. So, right down on my knees. See if I can get some good shots. This is a lavender bush, lavender tree. And I found out that it's Spanish lavender. And it has one of my bells in it. And a light that we put in the garden. This is my watering can stand, which I really like. And I have a nice little flowing plant coming out of that. I think looks very pretty. And here's one of the fairy houses. Seems to be holding up well. Oops, that's the pot again. It's hard to see because I can see my reflection in the phone. Anyhow, here's the fairy house. And the 2 little man and lady fairies. And this house is all about love. And it's got a kitty in the chair. And a little flower garden. I think it turned out rather sweet. Here's a clay pot underneath the house that I started to build the house around. And I brought it out to the side on each side. So that's what shapes that house. And on the other side I have another lavender tree and another bell. And of course a light. And this is a bench that I bought off of Marketplace. And I used it for quite a few years, and then I got a different one with a swing, so I decided I'd turn this one into a little garden display. So down below we have lights on either side, and I've added little fences in front of my lavender. They were just from the dollar store. And I just painted them white, and I thought they looked kind of cute on either side of the lavender. And I have lavender plants growing behind there. This is the second fairy house. And it's all about the mom and the son. Got a cute little fence all around it. stand up, give you a view. So that's the front of the bench. Morning. Back of the, that's one of the sides. It has a sign on it that says, "Go jump in the lake." And the back. Now you're going to have my shadows, but oh well. We have little daisies and snapdragons, which are growing really pretty. And our geraniums aren't looking so great, but whatever. I'm going to save them over the winter. See? And there's some more daisies. And I planted a couple of sunflowers in there later. So they're starting to grow, and they add a little green, which is nice. On the back of the bench, I have flamingos that glow in the dark. They're battery, so I have to come out and turn them on, but that's okay. Thinking of it, I should turn them off right now. Save the battery. There's the back of the fairy house. That's one of the ones on the bench. It's kind of unique with all the hearts and flowers. And then I have my glow in the dark, the rocks that glow in the dark fairy house down here, with the little fairy contemplating over here. And I think she's waiting for her sister to come home, because her sister's taking a bike ride. And I'll show you that in a bit. This is the little fairy house that I just put up. And it seems to be holding up okay. I watered the grass last night. Dave mowed the grass, so I gave it a good watering last night. It's coming back nice and green. I think that looks rather pretty there. And on the other side of the bench, we'll go around this way so you can get another view of the bench. And on this side of the bench, we just have the sunflower growing. And beside the bench, we have a pretty little blue table and our kitty cat. Some marigolds in a pink pot, which I think looks pretty all together. And down here we have this box that I bought at a market. The man said he made the box. Didn't know what I was ever going to use it for, but I decided I'd put my little turtle peeking out in it. I think he's kind of cute. So that's beside it. So, remember the little fairy waiting for her sister? Well, her sister's over here taking a bike ride. There she is. She's riding away on a bike. And this is our wheelbarrow. The flowers are doing really well in there. They're even falling over the edge, which is wonderful. I just love my old wheel.